Hi, this is Michael with Bike Friday. I'm here to show you some tricks and tips for how to deal with the threadless headset adjuster that we use on many of our bikes. This is actually 3 pieces. This top unit here is a what we call a fixed clamp, and it should be tight and remain tight. You should not loosen it unless you're intending to completely take off the fork or the headset. Probably got the bike with a little bit of goop in there, just to remind you not to mess with that one. The next piece down is the adjuster, and it is a wedge interface, so that as I tighten this bolt, there's a piece underneath that's cone-shaped, and the part on the outside, on the inside of it, is concave. So when they work together, when I tighten this bolt, it's actually an expanding spacer, pushing against the tight clamp and the top of the headset to do the adjustment. So if you're working with a spacer and not able to take play out of the headset, by play in the headset I mean if I hold the front brake and rock the bike, if I'm feeling a distinct knocking right here, then that needs the preload needs to be increased on the headset. Typically we do it here, as I just explained, but if for any reason we need to do more adjustment than can be accomplished here, I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, if you've taken apart your headset, putting in a new fork, this is what you'll do with some common bicycle tools. So what I have here are 2 32mm headset wrenches, like you'd use for a threaded 1-inch steer tube headset. And the trick is I'm going to start with these bolts loose, so this expander is going to be able to collapse as much as possible. Then I'm going to loosen the fixed clamp and then retighten it just to the point where it's snug. I can still, if I really force this, I could like rotate it, but it's got some purchase, so as we press down on it, it'll kind of hold its position. It's a little bit snug. Next, I'll loosen the base of the stem riser clamp here, bring it up to a point where I've got some room to get the tool into this area. And I'm going to move this quick release up out of the way, clamp it tight so it's not fully seated, raised up a little bit. It should be just high enough that I can get both of these wrenches like so. So I need to go a little bit higher. Right there. If I can get them both in there, then I can just press down, and I am wedging that fixed clamp down as far as possible. And I'm going to rock a little bit just to make sure that the headset is seated all the way. And if I have the right tightness on that fixed clamp, then I don't have to worry about it just immediately losing that adjustment. So now I am tightening this down. 5 Newton meters is the right amount, which with a short wrench is pretty tight by hand. If I were to really leverage on it with this whole wrench, that would be too tight. I would probably break the clamp. So once I've tightened that, I should be in a range where I'm able to use the adjuster as intended. Don't forget to reseat fully your base of your stem riser clamp, and then we'll check the headset adjustment by hitting that front brake, and I got it. So that's nice and tight now. So if for any reason that is a difficult process that's not working successfully, we do also offer this tool, which would work by going inside the steer tube. You would actually remove this riser completely. You would drop the all thread down inside. On this particular bike, you would need to remove the front brake in order for this to pass all the way through the steer, and then you would slide this down and thread it, and then you'd have just a 5mm wrench, much like you would with a star nut and a top cap for any bicycle within a head stem. So that is an option. We call it the headset press tool. And it's available in both 1¼ inch and 1 1/8 steer tube bicycles. All right, thanks for watching.